So let's move on to the first. The first one that came up is the Moon card, and it came up in reverse. So this is, excuse me, this is what it normally looks like, straight up. And it's a card that heeds you to follow your instincts, to be able to get solutions for the right path, to take the right path. So to follow your instincts to get solutions. Because as you can see in the card here, she's looking at the shadow of the moon, the reflection of the moon, who's actually up here smiling at her. And so she's not seeing the hidden truths. The card is also calling you out to follow your intuition, your psychic gut, psychic feelings, and go with those. And so when it's in reverse, and too, this card comes up, I'm doing this the day after the full moon in Cancer. And this is actually the card of Cancer. Of course, it has the moon, and it is called the moon. But typically, when you think of the traditional tarot moon card, there's a path. The art depicts a path with a coyote on each side. There's a crab on it, so Cancer the crab. And it's deciding which way to go and the path and which path do I follow. So this card heeds that, not warning, but it's being cautious about, look at the hidden truths of life. So in reverse, this is more about illusions or delusions, both. And so maybe it could be around that full moon time period, which was just yesterday. I'm doing this on the 13th of January, and yesterday was the full moon in Cancer. So it could be that, you're seeing more of what the truth is, or you were wanting to, or that's, you focused on that. What's the hidden meaning behind what I want? Say you're a baker and you take your goods to a fair or to a like a flea market type atmosphere, and you're a little bit hesitant because you're not sure what you have to offer is as good as what others have to offer. And how can you make it better? Are you being illusional about it? Are you being like, oh, well, mine's great, I'll charge, $10 for my cupcake, when really, $3 would be more than enough? Are you undervaluing yourself? Are you being delusional about it? So this could, of course, apply to any circumstance, your clients, your coworkers, at home. Are you seeing everything for what it is? And I think this card shouts out to you to do that. There's a trout jumping out of the water, as you can see here. And this trout indicates wisdom and following your right path. So I just feel like since this card came up first, it indicates Cancer. It was a Cancer full moon yesterday. It's really interesting. The only thing is it came up in reverse. So it might have just been that full moon, and you've taken a pause either yesterday or even today on the 13th and thought about, how can I make what I'm doing different? What are the cautions? What are the great things? Sort of asking the questions, the deeper questions, the mystical mystery questions of life. Even with working with other people, like I said, even with clients, is this a value to other people? Is this a real value? How can I do this to where I feel good about it and others do as well? So I feel like that's what comes up here. It's the first card of this 3-card really mysterious spread. It's kind of fun, actually. I've not seen a spread like this in a while of the same colors. Well, the next card that comes up is the Star card, which is a very positive card. This is like the stars are in alignment, the astrological signs, the planets, everything's in alignment for you to take advantage of an excellent opportunity. So we'll do some clarification cards on this, but this is at least, and both of these are major arcana cards. So the universe is really, and I'm here shouting out at you, this this particular couple of weeks, Cancer. They're like the universe is wanting to get your attention and wanting you to pay attention to your intuition and to the truth of the matter, what really is real. And they're wanting you to be open to opportunities that are around you, because you can really shine. You have the opportunity to do that. The opportunities are there for you to shine. Yeah, this card is excellent. And when it comes up in a reading, it's excellent for making changes, doing things differently, say in your career, or moving in the direction that you desire, but you've never taken that direction before. It's like it's kind of, it's new to you. So you see how she's in the water and she's very grounded. And she has these like angelic wings. And she's pouring water from the spout. And yet the star is shining brightly. So you have the opportunity to do so. Don't pass anything up that, and especially if it doesn't feel like it's a something that you would normally do. My gut feeling and intuition is telling me to tell you to be very broad and open for opportunities, different, creative. And this also indicates that the solutions often reside in our subconscious mind. Because it's very dreamy. And this is about psychic intuition, the hidden truths. This is about subconscious. So you're really getting a lot of inner awareness, at least for these two cards. Inner collecting your thoughts, collecting your, taking some time out for you so that you can do that. Here's a goldfish right here. So there's also two fish. Of course, there's a lot of water, but the goldfish is a symbol of opportunities and balance. And so it's leaping joyfully. Really, if you look at it, it's like leaping out of these waters. That's very vigorous right in through here. So you have the chance to jump at opportunities and to do it in a way, though, that feels calm and balanced for yourself. It's almost like stepping out of the box. Doing some things that you've been either closed-minded about, or you haven't felt they're in your comfort zone, and the universe is saying, oh, yes, it is. Yes, it's in you can do it. You're ready. Don't analyze forever. Stay grounded. Get out of your headspace because you're thinking too much. All right. So the last card that comes up is the Ten of Fames, which is the same as the Ten of Swords. And here you can see she's sitting around a campfire. All 10 swords are around her. And this card signifies a time to turn the page on an ordeal or on a situation. Release the negativity, let it go. It's the 10th card of the sword cards. It's like she's doing a ritual to release. See how the smoke is coming out of the cauldron? She's releasing all the negativity. So if this has been, kind of like the stinking thinking, this is not the stinking thinking card. I call that the Five of Cups, when she's pouring out some of the water from two of the cups. It's like, I'm focusing on the negative. You're not doing that any longer. This is you're releasing in a way of allowing opportunities to come in. So, but something's needed to change here for you to heal. These boars represent healing, and that could either be in a energetic sense, a mental sense, maybe childhood stuff or limiting beliefs. It could be healing those and getting past that situation, or it could be in a physical way too. A loss of a loved one, or the loss of any type of negative situation in your life, and just saying, okay, I'm letting it go. This is it. I'm done with it. It's like you're washing your hands of it. You're past it. You're moving on. And I feel like there's a lot of lessons that have been learned from this particular card. And after this process ends of you letting go, then things can improve. And what the opportunities that the universe is saying you have here can be restored. That's what I was hearing. It's restored, but it's also coming up to the top, bubbling up to the top so you can take advantage of them. In other words, say you're fishing and the fish bites. Since there's fish in these cards, I might as well talk about fishing here, huh? But the fish bites, so you're successful. You've gone out there, you've put all your tackle in the box. I'm not a fisherwoman, but I'm just saying, you are a water sign, and I'm just making this analogy. You've gone out there, you've taken all of your gear, your equipment, what you've needed, you've been prepared, you've not taken what you don't need, you're just taking the things you do, you know exactly the route you're going, and you're letting go of well, I need to be there at 6 a.m. because that's the only time the fish bite and they won't bite any other time. Well, maybe they will. Maybe they will. So you're putting difficulties and a bad situation behind you because a new future awaits for you, Cancer. All right, let's pull some clarification cards. I hope these cards kind of make sense to you. They're all inner, like I said, I mean, the moon, the stars, that your inner self, and then the swords are about our thinking and our thoughts. So for you, for the last 2 weeks of January, again, for some of you Cancers, this is, yes, some manifestation, some manifesting out in the world, but it's also about your inner dwellings, your subconscious, intuition. All right, well, the Chariot, actually 2 cards came out here. So the Chariot card in reverse and the Seven of Swords straight up. Okay, well, let's talk about the Chariot in reverse. So normally the Chariot card looks like this, and this is a guy who's ready to move forward. He's ready to move on. This would be a great card to come after this one because he's moved past difficult situations. He's ready for new adventures. He has, as you can see in this particular card, it's sort of Egyptian-like, but these would be like horses, the white and the dark, the yin and the yang. He's mastered all the difficulties. There's a starry sky behind him. He's excited about his new adventures. It's not been easy, but he's excited about it. So this came up in reverse, meaning that a lot of you have felt like, oh, I don't know. Let me think about it. Again, it could be Mercury retrograde. We just came out of it 3, 4, 5 days ago, and there's a shadow period, a shadow time of at least a week afterwards. So, maybe you felt like you want to put plans in action, but there have been delays. Then the Seven of Swords comes up, and this, again, the sword cards are about our thinking. It's the same as this, our thinking, our fears, our thoughts. This guy looks like a thief, doesn't he? Stealing off I don't know if it's the night, but there's clouds above, dark clouds. So he's taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 swords and leaving 2. So this feels like it could be that, you've been afraid that someone's taking your ideas and you've been a little bit secretive about things. Or maybe you feel like you've taken ideas from others and you're coveting those. But it feels to me like it's okay. Either way, it's okay because we're all still very individualistic. The way we give our message is different because of different personalities. But it does feel like this has come up. I call the dog, my 1-year-old dog, the Seven of Swords recently because he's into the stage of if I drop something on the floor, like accidentally drop a pen, he'll run off with it. He'll turn around and look at me like that, like this guy does, with this mischievous look, and then he runs off. So anyway, and then here's the Knight of Rods. Okay, so there's a fire person in your chart. This could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And this person really is fiery. Of all the cards, of all the court cards especially, this guy he likes to take action. He likes to be on the go. He sometimes oversteps himself because he's so passionate about his creativity and his work, because this is about your work. And he's a writer, and I say writer. That's interesting that came up. Can be because it's about creativity. So if some of you are needing help on writing promotional materials or writing blurbs on Facebook to get someone to come to your event, or you're working on a project and you need to promote it in any way, this person could be of help to you. Just, keep them toned down. They sometimes, like I said, overstep themselves, but I do feel like they could be of help. And then the Emperor card comes up. So the Emperor is a typical father figure. He is authoritative. He has answers. He's more than willing to give answers. He can mean a religious figure or the Pope, but oftentimes he's someone around you that you can go to for advice. He could be in the spirit world as well. And this is someone you just feel around you and empathically know that's around you. Maybe your father passed on, or your grandfather, or even, a husband or a spouse. But someone is around you that's very authoritative. The Hermit card. Okay, so this is about following your path, but looking inwards to do so. It's not too unsimilar than the Moon card. They're both major arcana cards, but the Hermit card indicates that he's walking outside. He wants to take a sabbatical because he really wants to look inwardly to follow his own path. Yeah, I feel like I'm saying the same words as the Moon. It's really you all, Cancer. This 2 weeks might interestingly be around your inner awareness. Just saying. All right. And then the Ten of Pentacles comes up. So the Ten of Pentacles is about your money, your finances. It's generational. You see the couple here, the older guy, and then the younger son of probably these two. And oftentimes it can represent, a will that's probating, or it can represent inheritance, or it can represent money being passed down, property being passed down. It could be good health within the family, family enjoyment, being together, enjoying time together, spending time together. Yeah, I feel like it's just a very pleasant card for you. Let's pull one more. Let's see, what does Cancer, this one wanted to come out. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. The 10 came out, then the 9. So being happy at home, happy family. I know you love your home and you're being at home. She's enamored with the creatures of the world, and she has her money in her castle. Both of these, there's castles in the background. So feeling really good about your home space. Maybe you're redecorating. Maybe you're just enjoying that new chair that you bought that's so comfortable, kind of like what used to be called a lazy boy, but it's just so comfortable, or new bedding, or it doesn't have to be a thing. It can just feel like your home is your castle. I mean, basically it's what it's saying here. All right. So while we started with subconscious and inner awareness, the clarification cards, meaning that this is what you're looking for on the outside. Okay, so I'll add these up, the 3 original cards. And we have the Moon card is 18. The Star card is 17, so that's 35. And then you have the 10, which is 45. So 4 and 5 is 9. And 9 in numerology is about compassion and love. And I feel like this is being compassionate toward yourself and loving toward yourself, and realizing that, of course, you're a spiritual being, but it's more than that. It's realizing all the unique qualities that you behold within yourself, and your intuition. Again, honoring your intuition is so very important for this particular 2 weeks. Well, okay, so, and the 9 in traditional tarot is the same as the Hermit card, and I pulled that a minute ago. So this is, inner awareness, your subconscious. Go inside of yourself. Think about what it is you want, and what feels good to you. Your path, Cancer, your path. It's about you and what you can create by looking inside of who you are. Okay.